Hi there, stampers and crafters. My name is Tami White from stampwithtami.com, and welcome to our online class where today we're going to be creating this gorgeous card. Super easy too, and I'm going to show you a couple of techniques, a couple of cool things working with pearlescent paper, which is new from Stampin' Up, but I'm also going to show you how to make custom shimmery paper. We are going to be doing a lot of shimmer today. Super easy, absolutely gorgeous effect all around. Welcome aboard, everybody. I've been reading your comments as we were getting started with our live stream. Whether you're watching live or whether you're watching a replay later, welcome, and I hope that you enjoy this class. I have a giveaway for you. I won't be drawing the winner until March 19th, so even if you're watching this replay, be sure to drop a comment in the video, either on Facebook or on YouTube. I'm live on both at the same time. And you don't need to be live to enter to win this drawing. So it's going to be the Delicate Petals bundle that I'm giving away today. All right, and we are playing with the new Sand and Sea Suite from Stampin' Up. So I'm going to show this to you so you can see the parts that we are going to be putting together to create this gorgeous card. Sorry, I was getting my dose of caffeine before before starting. We'll just move that Diet Coke right out of the way. Look at how beautiful that is. Love that, right? Love the sheen on it. So this shell is done with pearlescent paper, and the background was custom. That was actually designer paper on the background, but you can do any paper. So let me show you the suite before we get started so you can see all the beautiful components that come along with it. I guess we'll start with the stamp set. So we've got the stamp set, Friends Are Like Seashells, and we've got a beach theme going on here. We love that. And we've got several different occasions, thank you, for you, happy birthday, that you can use there. And then we've got a die set here. The dies, these dies cut out the little pieces here. And I'm going to show you a cool trick with this larger die. It actually cuts out some of the larger pieces. But if you were to cut it all out at once, it will look like this. Now, a cool thing with this is the embossing folder is also made to match. Everything is made to match. I love it when they do that. So it's actually easier if I just show you the folder front here. But when you place this in the embossing folder, it embosses, and I'm going to show you one of my Stamp Club cards. I happen to be filming this next. And this is a left-handed card. Want to know how I know it's a left-handed card? Because I mounted it upside down. So anyways, that's always fun. My VIP club cards are not always lefty cards, but this one by mistake is. Anywho, so you can, what I was really going to show you, not just the custom shimmer on here, but what it was the texture that this folder gave after cutting this piece out. So that's kind of cool. And if you are interested in learning more, my VIP club is a monthly club, and I have an exclusive video and class tutorial every month. And I'm actually doing that right after this. So I've got 4 awesome projects that I'll be sharing with that. But I also have a bonus class, and I add bonus card tutorials to it every month, and they get discounts on my kits, free catalogs, and free products. In fact, they my VIP club, if you're watching, welcome. Hi. I will be drawing a winner tomorrow there. Every month I give away $30 in free products, anything they want. So they have a chance to win that too. So they get all kinds of perks. It's a great way to go if you're not interested in joining right away, which I think joining is the best deal. But sometimes people are like, I want to hold off. But the VIP club, next best thing. So in addition to the stamp set and the die, let me show you the other pieces here. I guess we'll start with the 12 by 12 paper. So it's patterned. It's got it's kind of close for this, right? It's got like mostly a seashells beach theme on one side. We've got some sand dollars, some sea urchins, and then a beach theme on this one. And then when you flip it over, we've got these beautiful patterns, like just like almost like a watercolor design here. And they're just gorgeous. Everything done with these, I think, is just gorgeous. So pretty. So that is the designer paper. And then also in this suite, and these pieces are all available individually, is the pearlescent paper. So we're going to be playing with this pearlescent paper today. So this is the quickest and easiest way to get that shimmer on your card, is this pearlescent paper. But I'm going to show you how to customize the pearlescent paper. I'm also going to show you how to use regular designer paper or cardstock and make it shimmery. So both ways there. I'm going to show you two different tricks there. Also in the suite are the, these are opal rounds. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here so you can see the glitter in them, because they've got a little bit of glitter on them. They're self-adhesive. And there's also some, these are stickers, beach theme stickers. So lots of fun in that suite. So like I said, this is the card we're going to be creating today. And then after that, I have my I'll sneak these really quickly. These are my VIP club projects that they're going to get a free class for this. This one's my favorite, I think, right here. It's super pretty. They're going to get this free class just for being in my club, because I love them. Okay, so let's get started here with this. We will start with Veronica, I love you. Thank you so much for sending stars. You're the best. I love that's a new thing Facebook is doing, stars. You guys rock. So let's get started here. I took the stitched rectangle dies and I pre-cut these pieces. And I believe on that free PDF, let me tell you about that free PDF. I have all the cuts on here. I think I gave you cuts for the rectangle. If not, I'll go back and add them. In case you don't have the stitched rectangle dies. This is just for the words here. And this free PDF has all the cuts and all the supplies that I'm using today. So that is all very handy. You can get that by clicking on the link in this video's description that says resource page. All the resources are there, hence the name resource page. I try to make it easy for you. But if for some reason you don't see the description in the video on Facebook or YouTube, just go to stampwithtami.com and click on the video tab. And all of my hundreds and hundreds of videos and classes will come up there. Okay, so let's go ahead and stamp our words. I'm going to use Early Espresso, and I'm going to use the words in this kit that say, friends are like, oh no, I'm going to go with this one. You are unique and completely amazing, right? So that could be used for a couple different things. That could be just used to give somebody a little encouragement. It could be used as a birthday. It could be used as a, thank you because somebody rocks your world. All right, so I'll go ahead and ink that up right on there, and then we're going to put that aside. We will come back to that in a little bit. All right, so next up, let's, I promised I was going to show you something cool with this die. So the die, all I want out of this die, because it cuts this whole piece, it cuts all the, all of this whole piece out. And sometimes I want that whole piece, but sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just want one little piece out of it. In this particular case, I just want this conch shell down here. So I'm taking some of that pearlescent paper, and I'm going to take our die cut machine. We'll go ahead and put that down, and then we're going to line it up underneath. I just took a little piece of scrap paper here of this pearlescent, not the whole thing, but I'm going to line it up underneath that conch shell. I love it when all the pieces work together, and this is one of those times that everything works together. It's really cool. Side. So all I wanted to do was cut out the conch shell piece. Now I know I have a couple little edges that I'm going to trim off in a minute, but I'll leave them on there for right this second. So you can do that with the 3 larger images in this set. So this one, and these, all 3 of these can be cut out of this one die just by taking a little piece of scrap paper when you want individuals there. So that is a really neat feature. But what also is really neat is that all of those 3 pieces match. In fact, there's actually more of these little ones too. There's little seashells, so there's actually more than those 3 large ones. Also match the stamp set and the die and the folder. So next I'm going to take this. I'm going to line it up, which is really hard to see. There we go. I'm going to line it up in the folder. It's a little bit easier if I have this down right. And the reason why I need to cut first is because if you cut second, if you do the embossing and then cut second, it flattens out the embossing. So you want to do that. You want to do the cuts first. So we're going to slide that right back in. I'm just going to swap out my platform now. I took off the 2 cutting pads. Is this a 3D? Let me just see, maybe this isn't a 3D. Yes, it is. 3D, you need this plate. If it's not a 3D, you just use your 2 cutting pads, the regular cutting pads. 3Ds are really cool though, because they give you a lot of texture. Now we have our conch shell, and it's all embossed and textured and pearly. Very, very cool. So next thing I'm going to do here is I'll go ahead now and trim off these extra edgings, because that is one thing with this. When you use the die, in fact, I don't know that I did an awesome job there with the lining up, but regardless, it's still going to come out good. When you use that die, you do have to cut out some of these little edges. You can get as close there as you want. There we go. Okay. Okay. So, first trick, I'm going to show you how to use the pearlescent paper and customize the pearlescent paper. So that's what we've got going on right now is the pearlescent paper. I've got our conch shell cut and embossed and ready to rock and roll. Just bring in some scrap paper here. And I'm going to take some Rococo Rose. Rococo Rose is a retiring ink color. I did a segment last month on what you need to know about these retiring ink colors. The retiring list is coming out the end of this month. It is coming out. I will get more information on that very soon. But it's really important that if you love any of these retiring colors like this one, you need to get them now. Get the ink pad, get the refills, and get the paper now, because they're going to sell out. As soon as that list comes out, they're going to sell out. If you want to know some more information, pop on over to my blog. Even if you go to the resource page, I have a link to this informational video for you. And it is very good information. These are the 5 colors that are retiring. And it will give you all the pieces, all the things that come in those colors, just so that you have the heads up ahead of time. I don't want anybody to miss out. I get this every year when our ink colors or ink colors retire. I always get the, oh my gosh, I missed this, and I didn't get my refill, I didn't get this. I don't want you to be that person. So if you are in love with these, and this is definitely one that was very popular, this Seaside Spray, Pretty Peacock, they're all going. So just an FYI. I'm taking a sponge dauber. I'm also a lefty, so we're all going to be lefties today. I apologize if that mirror image is, it's not even a mirror image. I wonder if I could flip this so it looks like I'm a righty. But you'll get the idea, right? So I just dip that in the Rococo Rose, and I'm just going to lightly go over the top here, because I just want to add just a tiny little bit of color to this, make that embossing on it pop right off of the shell. See how that, I mean, it's just, what a wow, right? It just bang, everything just pops. So you can do that, and you can make it darker if you like darker, or you can make it lighter. But that is our first tip, how to color pearlescent paper. And so you can use that any color. You can make ombre colors, you can do different colors. So that is tip number 1, how to color pearlescent paper. Okay, so tip number 2 is going to be how to customize any paper and make it pearlescent paper. So I'm going to take some of the designer paper that I just shared. I just showed in the beginning. So if you're tuning in late, we are working with the Stampin' Up! Sand and Sea suite. Here's the suite that we're working with, and you can rewind back to the beginning and check out the different products. I shared them with you here. I'll do the different products that we're using today. They're beautiful. It's just another one of those suites that everything is easy to work with. Doesn't matter what you do, everything looks beautiful. So I'm going to bring that embossing machine back in and bring that, this is the Seashells 3D embossing folder. And I'm going to place my designer paper right inside of the folder. Okay, so I'm going a folder here. I don't need these because these are for my die cuts. So I'm going to move those out. I only need that one. Number 4. It's the number 4 pad for the 3D folder. By the way, those pads, the platform, all of that comes with the die cut machine. Don't need it. You don't need to buy anything extra. It was made for these products. It was made for these, but it does work with others as well. So first thing we're going to do, now I have embossed the entire background. That alone is a wow, right? It doesn't need anything else. That is just really cool all by itself. But wait, there's more. So now I'm going to bring in some Frost White shimmer paint. So a lot of times I work with the Champagne Mist shimmer paint, and I like to make a mist with that, and it gives it a little bit of sheen on the background. Now this really gives it a rich sheen. This is available in my online store. It is called Frost White is the color. So we have 2, Champagne Mist and Frost White. So Frost White's what we got today. And when you apply it this way, it just is such a wow. So first thing I'm going to do is shake it up. Let the car shake it up. Ooh, ooh, shake it up. All right, I promise I won't sing anymore. Not today, at least. Okay, so I'm going to pour just a dab of that into the lid. I'll use the lid as my palette. And then I'm going to bring out a different sponge dauber, one that I just used with this. So then I'm going to take a dab of that out. And I'm just going to kind of just rub it all over the background here. And this is going to create a very beautiful, rich, it looks just like the pearlescent paper, but we're customizing it now. Go all the way across, all of the back. And I'll tell you what, the wow factor that this adds to this paper is just amazing. I mean, that tiny little, just this tiny little thing, adding this shimmer paint to the background, it really steps up. Look at that. Is that amazing? It's just so cool. And I mean, that's it. All we did was add a little sponge dauber, add some of that, and bam, we have this incredible background. Now that is going to take a minute to dry. Probably should have done that step first, right? But hindsight's 20/20. So we're going to go ahead and assemble the rest of the card, and I'll come back to that in just a second. We are ready for some assembly. So let's go ahead and we'll take some seal adhesive to attach these 2 pieces together. And then what I did was I put a little bit of the seal adhesive on the back of this shell. Cindy's like, I just got the shimmer paint and mist just yesterday. Why did I wait so long? I know, right? And there's so many cool techniques that you can do with it. So I'm just lining this shell up with the words, and I don't want that corner to peek through, so I wanted to look like the words were coming right out of the conch shell there. So looks like a little corner showing. So I just kind of line that up with the seal that I put on the back so they're attached, and then we'll put some dimensionals on the back of that to attach it to the card. And if you are popping in late, I do have a free PDF for you on the blog. Just click on the link in the video's description that says resource page, or go to stampwithtami.com. I'll tell you what, Stampin' Up! Has hit it out of the park with these. I mean, everything they've come out with is lately just over the top, but the suites that are in that January to June catalog are just, I mean, they're all wows like this. Everything in them is just a wow. Everything made with this sand and sea, and I have a few more samples to share with you after this, is just so cool. Okay, so I'm just going to place that aside. Now, I'm not entirely sure this is totally dry. Oh, I feel like I missed a spot. let's go ahead and try to put it on anyways. So I'm just using seal adhesive to attach that to the card base. Isn't that awesome? Every time I look at it, I'm just like, wow. So cool. So I've got a very vanilla panel that I'm layering that on. And then I'll layer that onto our card base, which I pre-cut there. I do have those measurements on the PDF for you. Okay, so we've got our card base, and I layered some very vanilla on the inside to write on. And then I'm just going to take this panel that we just put together, our conch shell and our words, and I'm just going to line that up on the front. Isn't it awesome, right? So cool. And then our final piece, I'm going to add some of these opal rounds. And I think I'm going to use paper piercer end for those. So they come in a couple of different sizes, so I thought maybe I'd mix it up a little bit and do like maybe a smaller one and a larger one. Just to add just a little something. Gotta have a little bling, right? All right, and that is how to add color to your pearlescent paper and how to add a pearlescent shimmery sheen to any paper that you have. So we've got 2 cool techniques there. And if you would like to learn more, be sure to check out my VIP online club. Again, I am doing an entire class on this suite with some more techniques using the shimmer paint. All right, and with that, a couple of things. If you would like to purchase any of these products in my online store, now through the 15th, I am offering double points with my March Madness special. So my frequent buyer points earn you free stamps when you collect your points. And I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but my favorite. Now did you guys see my dancing birdie? I laugh every time I see it. So funny. But yeah, so he's advertising my March Madness this month. Absolutely love it. And if you are new and not yet subscribed, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my free classes. I do them twice a week. And in addition to these, I also have tutorials on my blog every week too. So I love to keep you inspired. I love to keep the ideas flowing. And I hope that you enjoy them all. Be sure to check out the resource page for more information on this project. Thanks for joining me today. Okay, you guys, seriously, I almost signed off. Are you guys still here? Are you still here? I know, and seriously, right here, it's Diana. Thank you, Diana, for this. Right? She's like, didn't you have other cards to show us? Wasn't I teasing you with this? I absolutely was. So always want to stay to the end because you never know what you're going to miss. All right, so here we go. I am so sorry. I did almost sign off without sharing some other cards with you that I promised to share. So here we go. First one from this suite is the this one is just it's a little bit of a fun fold here, right? And it's got that conch shell done up. And these are all very, very easy to recreate cards. I mean, you don't have to, there's not a lot involved, and you won't be there for a couple of hours making them, but they're all wows, right? Every single one of them looks good. Guys are like, yeah, woohoo, sorry about that. Yeah, sometimes I get carried away, and I totally forget what and then the thing is, I'd sign off and I would have my stack of cards there and I'd be like, oh, I totally meant to share these. I love this one. And this one is so easy. Again, just cut out and embossed, right? And the background is the designer paper. Love it. Love it. So there are some additional samples with the Sand and Sea suite. And again, I had a couple more. I'll sneak these again. These are my VIP club cards. So this little bit of sheen. All of these are working with shimmer and sheen this month. That's my favorite, I think. Right there. Love it. All right. Okay. Now with that, with that, I really mean I hope you have a good weekend. Thank you for joining. Thanks for hanging in to the end. Have a good one, and I will see you back here on Tuesday.